when the Vietnam guys started coming back to the VA, and they would send them to a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist would say to you, well, so you've been playing cowboys and Indians over there someplace, and now you want some sort of sympathy or something, a prescription for Valium for 2 weeks and you'll be all over it. Guess what happened?
It didn't work. They got him hooked to Valium.
They popped him in the nose for the Valium. But at the same time, they give the veterans morphine-like drugs, antidepressant-type drugs, Valium-like drugs, and it causes the veterans to turn into alcoholics or suicide or some sort of crimes or another. And the Veterans Administration is literally destroying right now 2.5 million people who fought in Iraq and Afghanistan. 2.5 million. And they're just they're wrecking them, absolutely. We're talking about medical marijuana.
And PTSD.
And PTSD, absolutely. And I estimate that there are probably about 1 million of the veterans of recent wars who have PTSD, and at least half of them above a scale of 5, and those are the ones who are desperately in need of marijuana therapy. Those are the ones. The ones who are less than 5 can probably get by on something less than marijuana. But marijuana is the best drug we have found so far for the treatment of PTSD. And within the last month, I just wrote an article that marijuana prevents PTSD suicides, and I got about 1,000 comments on it from all over the country.
Well, I was in the military, but I didn't see combat. But I do know, as a marijuana user, that when I smoke marijuana, I don't have dreams.
Yeah.
And when I quit using marijuana after a couple of days, I start to have some very vivid dreams.
Yeah.
So obviously, the use of marijuana will help.
That is one of the worst symptoms of PTSD, and you probably wouldn't imagine what the second most important symptom is.
What's that?
Not being able to talk about what was your worst experience. Tell me about your worst experience. Bam! Just like
so, did you feel that way after World War II? I know you went through a lot of very traumatic experiences in fighting your way into Germany and meeting up with the Russians there.
My first day, I was committed to combat. I got in an artillery barrage that just blew the hell out of this little town where I was, and the next day they hit me with a mortar barrage. And when we crossed the Rhine River, I got strafed by German planes. I got strafed by American planes. We lost 150 men in less than an hour.
Out of how many? 150
out of our battalion.
And a battalion is what, about
1,000?
About 1,000. So 150 out of 1,000. That's a pretty heavy attrition rate. 15% in an hour.
We had my battalion, my division, had the worst casualties crossing the Rhine River.